Welcome back to the Deuces channel, and today we're going to be playing the Stanley Parable again, twice. Well, we didn't do much last time, so we're going to be doing a part 2, and hopefully it goes better than last time, because last time my audio cut out, and I hope it doesn't do it this time. But if you're watching this and there's no audio, it's fucking not my fault. Anyways, let's get started. Honestly, let's get started. Let's get straight into it. I think we left off last time in like heaven or something.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was.
We've already been past this. We've already been past this.
Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow.
That sucks.
No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened. This complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Yeah, so this is not where we left off last time. I'm pretty sure, because we're in like a white room, and if my voice sounds different, I'm sick right now. But yeah, we left off in a white room, and I don't think this is it. Not this white room. Like a mental asylum white room, you know? You know what I mean? We're gonna go.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley
That they're not
decided
here.
to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Meeting room. We've already been past this stuff. Look at that mug. Anyways, that's not the. Whoa, what are they doing in there, bruh? Interesting. Very interesting.
When Stanley came
going
to
left.
a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I don't know. I'm speedrunning this. Absolutely speedrunning.
Yet there was not a single person here either.
No, there's
Feeling
not.
a wave of disbelief,
Try not to
Stanley
get
decided
fired,
to go
talk
up
less,
to his
do
boss's office,
unbelievably amazing
hoping he
work.
might find an answer there.
Changing it, rude, you little bitch. We'll go up there this
Coming to
time.
a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
This is the boss's office, eh? No, it's not. Wait, where is it? No, yeah, that's the boss's office. Wait, no, it's still here. Whoops. Oopsie daisies.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life.
Guy's
Shocked,
got pretty goofy
unraveled,
plates.
Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have, yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck.
Because I'm cool like that.
Amazing.
I'm
He stepped
insane.
into the newly opened passageway.
Oh, we're going down there, I'm guessing. Take a wild guess. Going down. Okay. This is interesting. Very,
Descending
very
deeper into
interesting.
the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest.
'Cause
as
I'm
though
mentally
he felt more
insane.
free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
I hope not. That's dangerous. Why does it always do that? It's like an electric shock. It's trying to
Stanley
kill.
walked straight
It's trying
ahead
to
through the large door that read Mind Control
dead
Facility.
me. I'm not going there because last time we did escape and it actually like stopped the game. So we'll play a full game.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible
That is a lot of
secret did this
television
place hold?
screens.
Stanley thought to himself.
Screens.
Did he have the strength to find out?
It's better play 30. Better play what? 300 fucking videos of No Square.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their
Oh.
true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Oh, okay. Just sound like a normal day in America.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe it couldn't be true.
Fired.
Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
That dude got fired. Sucks. You ain't getting paid today,
No.
boy.
He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never.
Happens.
It was unthinkable.
Happens.
Wasn't it? Was it
Happens
even
sometimes,
possible? Had
Yeah, I
he
reckon
truly
it would.
spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
How's it blind? You're just
But here
getting
was the
monitored.
proof, the heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
I reckon we can do it. I'm gonna go. Oh. Oh. It's dark. I did something. I touched it. Batman's about to pop out and kick me.
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine.
Really?
Unshackled himself from someone
no
else's
way.
command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had
So
his
many.
co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know.
No way.
It
That's
was perhaps
just ended like
the
that.
only thing worth
No
knowing.
way.
Stanley
This video's gonna be like
stepped
2
through the
minutes
open
long.
door.
Let me.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
So there's like so many different endings to this shit. Is that the end? I didn't just beat the game, did I? Nope, we're back. Okay. Let's try it
All of
one
his
more time.
co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Alright, I reckon we should go through the door that literally says new content.
Oh, new content? What does that mean, new content?
Oh yeah, let's go.
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers.
No, I didn't know that.
After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over. Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable
something
Ultra
good.
Deluxe.
There's no way I just
Oh,
complete
well,
the game.
this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content. Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing
Yeah,
special
why are you
yet, but I'm
commentating for
sure
me?
it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure.
What's happening? There's nothing happening.
Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere? Or, oh, there we go. All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it.
Let's go. There's gonna be nothing. It's gonna be like a white wall. With like,
I have to say,
could
initial
be toilet or
impressions of
something.
Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley.
oh, it's this way. Okay.
All
Jump
right.
circle.
All right, let's see. It's the jump circle.
Oh no, wow. Oh, come on. I got this. This is easy. It's like just jumping jacks. Yes, sir. Can I move on now? What's that?
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right?
Of course there is. It's a game.
Goodness. Another elevator. Stanley,
There's
I have
layers.
to say,
Onions have
initial
layers.
impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators and
I don't
jumping.
mind it.
Is this what passes for exciting new content? If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could counter 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable
do
Ultra
this.
Deluxe,
Say
now
this.
with over 1,000 hours of new content. And if... Oh, wait. There's more. Very good.
Yeah.
Yes. I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is.
Really?
That's it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan
There was
base
something on
rush a
this chair.
cheap expansion to market
Wasn't
for
there?
no
There
reason
was
other
surely
than to
something
make
on
an
that chair.
easy dollar.
And it
And
just
don't get me
disappeared.
started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's trophies, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test trophy, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated
Me.
and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable. It's my fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game, and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always. What do you say, friend?
No, I don't want to. No. Oh, he reset the game for me. That's bullshit. Oh, we're back again, and it's different. What is going on? My brain is boggled. Where are we?
Psst! Stanley! Come over here! In the vent! I want to show you something!
How do you crouch? You can't crouch. Oh wait, no you can. What the heck? There's a key. Oh, that's not a key, that's a wrench. That's interesting. And I swear to God, if the level resets. Nope.
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me
Yeah.
thinking about the past, and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So
Oh,
I
we've
made
gone
something special
back
and tucked it
in
away here where the
past.
game's developers won't find it. Just
Whoa.
our little secret.
That's
Take a look.
That's cool. That
I
is
call
really
it
cool.
the Memory Zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the
I
peak
do like the
experiences
graphics
of
in
my
this
life
game, not gonna lie.
whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC. You see, Stanley, doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap PlayStation port? Remember back in October of 2013 when the game originally launched? Back then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something. Oh, the waste.
Interesting. A trip down memory lane. Oh yeah. That's me. That's me on the ground. That's in the last episode. That's wild. Can I have a little seat over here? No, I can't. That's a why.
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how
yeah.
grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim, it was Persona 3, it was all of them, and now it's nothing. It's no
This guy's
games at all.
crazy.
It isn't even the Stanley
He's
Parable
delusional.
anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
I like elevator content. What's down here? Memory zone maintenance? Should we? Yeah, maybe. Yeah, let's go. Does the door open? Open, please. No, it doesn't. No, that's why. Why would there be a door if you can't open it? There's so many buttons. Red, blue, door. Okay, we're going down this way. There's very
Here's another moving
layers to this
passage,
game.
this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games, and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. All they had to do was transport it in pristine condition along to the PlayStation. Boom, done. And they couldn't even do that. Couldn't resist the urge to go meddling with a beloved franchise.
Yeah, but who gives what GameSpot says, honestly? I don't believe them. How are we supposed to get in there? You can't. A serious room? Okay, you can't. You definitely can't. Nope. Apparently you have to, so what are we doing? What is going on?
Oh, these were simpler times, Stanley. But I wouldn't give to go back to have it all over again.
Same. Alright, well, I'm going to end the video there. Thank you so much for coming on to the Deuces channel, and I hope you have a great afternoon, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.